Basketball is back. Jamie Dixon and your TCU Horned Frogs are hitting the hardwood again for another explosive season. Dunks, got him. Swats, you bet. Funk, they're turning it up. Tickets going fast. Non-conference action here. Fort Worth, Texas tonight. TCU and the Belmont Bruins out of the OVC. Here are your starting lineups. Jalen Fisher, Desmond Bain in that backcourt. You see Alex Robinson not in the starting line. Going to come off the bench again. I'm anxious to see his body language early on, how he handles that, Colin.
Well, he needs to see the ball go through the basket first and foremost. The only basket he made in Florida over the weekend was a goaltending on the other team. So he's been in struggle a little bit. Hopefully they'll get on track again tonight.
And there you see Seth Edelsberger getting the start here for Belmont, the center. That's an interesting move there by the head coach, Rick Burt. He's at 6'11", maybe to try to combat what he's going to see inside J.D. Miller, Vladimir Bronziansky, and Kenrich Williams.
There's no question that they're putting him in to defend Vlad in the post. Vlad's so good with that little baby right-handed jump hook. If he gets positioned inside, even if Adelsberger's 6'11", it's going to be tough to defend.
There you see Jamie Dixon, the head coach of the Horned Frogs here. He's got his team on the longest winning streak in the country right now at 11 games. Desmond Bain's been an important part of that. Offensively, stepped up his game defensively as well. 3 officials for this one: Joe DeRosa, Marcus Pettigrew, and Tyler Kumpf. It's going to be Pettigrew tossing it, and it's controlled by the Frogs in the backcourt here with Jalen Fisher. Out front now, J.D. Miller. Belmont in the man-to-man. You'll see some zone out of the Bruins here tonight as well. Bronziansky's first touch offensively, backing it in, and already the start pays off for Adelsberger.
Well, you can see that their game plan is to dig out from the wings and make TCU beat them from the three-point line, at least initially on the first play there.
Dylan Windler out top. It'll come now. That's Austin Luke. He's a Texan out of Rowlett. Good distributor of the basketball. They work it inside and out of bounds. It'll go here. That's Dylan Windler who couldn't handle it. It goes back to TCU.
Dylan Windler dribbling a little hard there with the right hand. He's a lefty. The Frogs have to be aware of that as he pulls up for jump shots. He can contest it with the right hand easier than he can with your left.
Kenrich Williams with the quick hands as well in there. Fisher whips it back now to Miller. J.D. with it. Back it comes Jalen Fisher in the lane. Nice dish. Bronziansky.
Yeah, if Jalen Fisher's at his best when he can get penetration in deep like that and then just drop it off to the Vlad in the post. Easy score for the Frogs there.
Luke trying to distribute. He's looking as you could see the big fella rolling down with him, and he couldn't get it to Adelsberger. Knocked out of bounds.
Austin Luke had a season high 5 turnovers in the last game on Monday night against Lipscomb. Look for him to be a little more secure with the ball tonight.
That's a huge rivalry game as you see Dylan Windler take it straight to the rim. They're in Nashville. Lipscomb and Belmont, always a big ball game. Frogs will see another Nashville opponent later in January. They'll take on Vanderbilt as part of the Big 12 SEC Challenge. And Lipscomb is actually on the schedule next year for TCU. So all 3 Nashville schools here in the next 14 months or so. Fisher misses on the runner. And the rebound here to Belmont. Out front, Austin Luke. Preseason all-OVC performer. Nice leave out top. Luke gets it back. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Three-pointer doesn't go for Windler, and a rebound here. J.D. Miller and a foul here on Amanze Egakazi.
Well, we went 2 minutes before they hoisted a 3. They make almost 11 three-pointers a game, so look for them to fire up a lot of those tonight.
Yeah, I doubt we wait another 2 minutes before the next one.
That's right.
Egakazi whistle for the personal foul, his first. Team's first as well. Skip pass, Kenrich Williams. This is the jumper. That's Miller with a rebound now. J.D. in the lane.
Nice patience from J.D. He could have swung that ball left to Desmond Bain, who was open on three-point line. He was patient, let the lane open up for him, get an easier shot right up close to the rim.
Frogs doubling up here early on. Ranked 23rd in the country is TCU. First time since 14 they've been in, and a nice look there. They find Adelsberger for the dunk.
That's the same offense that TCU runs, so they've seen it plenty in practice. can't let the guy roll to the basket wide open for a dunk like that.
And that's what Belmont tends to do. It's either going to be a three or it's going to be a layup. There's not a lot of in-between in this offense, is there?
No, not at all.
Kenrich Williams on the offensive glass once and twice. Fouled in the second time.
But that's really the new way that the game has been played. It's been, you know, pioneered kind of a little bit by Houston a lot, in the NBA especially. It's just the value you get for stepping 1 foot back to a three-point line versus taking a 15-foot jump shot. You're going to shoot roughly the same percentage, but you get better value by staying back from it.
Yeah, the mid-range jumper is a lost art, isn't it?
That's correct. Well, a lot of it's because coaches don't want you to shoot it.
Yeah. Here's Miller, JD. Baseline. He's got 4 early.
See, coaches like that shot a lot better when you're 3 feet from the basket instead of 15. A much higher percentage.
J.D. Miller for the Horned Frogs with a pair of buckets. He's shooting over 50% from the floor this year. Windler to the rim with the left hand. Miller with another rebound. Fisher pushes, leaves it for the big fella. Brodzianski.
We talk about it all year long. Every time, all these TCU shooters, when they're stepping into their shot and they catch it right in the shooting pocket, it's easy shot for them.
In rhythm, right?
In rhythm. 1-2 shot. Just like the Sprigs.
Finds a cutter.
Really nice pass from Luke there, getting in high. The only place he could have found Windler there.
They actually credit Adelsberger with the in. Brodzianski, another three, back-to-back threes from the 6'11" Seth Adelsberger.
So the Frogs are clearly countering Adelsberger in the post by making him try to step out and guard Vlad here on the three-point line.
Where he's not comfortable, right?
That's correct.
Penetrate, leave it off. This three does not go. Greg Ocasey, another rebound down for the Frogs.
Good strength by Vlad to keep his balance when he made that rebound and get the outlet to Jalen.
Belmont's been one and done. Brodzianski, 3 in a row, baby. You got it.
He's feeling it. 3 trips, 3 threes for Vlad.
Frogs up by 9, 15-6. Penetration here. Kick it off in the corner. 3 to answers off the mark. One and done one more time as Kevin McClain misses.
As a coach, you run the risk of, if you don't call timeout there, if you don't get a basket, now TCU scores another one, goes up double digits, and you almost have to call timeout at that point if they score here.
Frogs kind of beating them at their own game. Ball knocked out of bounds here by Belmont. Timeout on the floor. That was going to be set up for another one. For Vladimir Brodzianski, he's knocked down 3 of them here early on. He's got 11. Frogs up 15-6 on Belmont here.
Visit your local Texas Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas.
Coming into this ball game, all the talk heading into this matchup was about Belmont and their perimeter game. Jimmy Dixon had been preaching it all. We got to defend the perimeter, got to defend the perimeter. No one was talking about the Frogs' ability to shoot the three. Here's you look at the scouting report. This is a quality team that's going to challenge TCU. Yet you almost flipped the script here, and the Frogs have been the one creating on the perimeter.
No question. And it's not only that the Frogs are creating, it's who's creating for the Frogs. It's Vlad Brodzianski coming into tonight's game. He was 4 for 15 from three-point line. And now he's 3 for 3 in the last 3 possessions from the three-point line, already with 11 points tonight.
There you saw Rick Byrd in the sweater, longtime coach there, 32nd year at Belmont. Has built a terrific program there at Belmont over the years. Down to 3, 2, 1. Alex Robinson for 3 off the bench, misses. Miller or make it Kawat Noy keeps it alive, and now it's Bain. Now to Kenrich Williams and a new 30 here for the Frogs. Out front, Robinson. Robinson penetrates with a left hand, and a foul's going to stay right here, they say. Brodzianski had come up with it.
Belmont countered at the break there with their other starting forward/center, Mac Mercer, to try to slow down Vlad there. But he was still giving him grief here on the boards. Got good position on the inside there. Went up for the rebound and was able to secure a foul on Belmont.
Yeah, that foul was on Mercer. That's his first, team foul number 3 here on the Bruins to start. Desmond Bain out front. Belmont stays in the man-to-man. He's matched up on Austin Luke. Got a ton of family in attendance here. Made the trip from Rowlett. Watnoy, here's Robinson. Alex in for Jalen Fisher. Nice feed to Quad off the glass.
A little contact there. Surprised there wasn't a call, but Quad just elevates so high and get it up high off the glass. Easy bucket for Quad. Nice dish from Alex Robinson, too.
And he's so strong, too. His upper body has gotten a lot stronger since arriving on campus. But now 18 months ago.
That's what a redshirt year will do to you. And a lot of the players for Belmont actually are red shirts as well. They like having these guys here around. Older guys, been 5 years, get a lot stronger.
Like that senior right there. Austin Luke knocks in the three-pointer, 17-9 now. It's an 8-point TCU lead as we work at 13:45 to play. Robinson misses that jumper.
And the lid's still on the basket for Alex Robinson. He's got to get something at the rim. Just knock the lid off, and then you can start stepping back for jumpers.
Jamie Dixon's even talked about, you drop a couple of things special to get him off to a good start here. Or you just let him create, which is what he's so good at. Here's Kenrich Williams for three. That one's short. Ahmed Hamdi with a rebound. Try to kick it out front. It's stolen away. Luke comes up with it.
Well, I think even that elbow jumper that Robinson took a couple possessions ago, he was hesitant to take because he knows the lid's on the rim for him right now.
Alex, who had a terrific year last year, really a leader on this team. Down low, they find the easy cutter. Agakazi for the lead. And it's down to a 6-point game.
Yeah, Frogs, just a little miscommunication there on who had who on the baseline.
Well, Rick Bird teaches patience. He should know 32 years at Belmont, right?
That's right.
Here's Noy in the corner left now.
So much success there, though, in those 32 years.
Yes. Has had multiple chances to lead, but real happy there. Loves the kind of players he gets. Loves the school. It's a terrific school academically there in Nashville. And the other thing he loves, country music. Hard for him to lead.
You can't leave Nashville if you love country music.
That's right. Deep right corner. Three-pointer doesn't go for Kevin McClain again. He's missed a couple. Frogs will push now. 6-point lead, and Robinson turns it over, just dribbled it off his foot. It is a confidence thing for Alex Robinson right now. He's just not firing on all cylinders.
There's no question. And the only place to work it out is on the court in the games. He's probably had really good practices the last few weeks, why coach is so confident to put him back in the games. It's just when he gets out of the funk, he's going to come in a big spurt, I promise you.
Yeah, the body language doesn't even look like your typical Alex Robinson.
No, it does not. He's also coming off a foot injury where he missed a game.
Yep.
That may be lingering a little bit on him.
Step back three here doesn't go for Caleb Hollander, who's into the lineup for the first time. He's from there in Nashville. Here's Noy leaving it off down low. Hamdi had a block. And a foul here on Belmont. We were talking with Jamie Dixon before the game about Ahmed Hamdi, and he kind of knew what he was getting from Hamdi out of Virginia Commonwealth. And I said, is he a little better than you thought? And he said he is on the offensive end. He said, I thought he would be a rebounder, be a pretty good defender. He's provided a nice spark off the bench as well, scoring. 11:54 to go in the first. Frogs lead it by 6. TCU here flirting with the halfway mark of the first half. The bucket hat is still in, Colin. See, I was trying to tell you that the other day. But I'm telling you, it's still in.
A nice giveaway for the students today.
Yes. Jamie Dixon's team, red hot early on. Belmont, though, showing some patience. We know they can score in bunches, especially from the perimeter to Rick Baker's team. Here's the scouting report on TCU, just so you know everything coming in. Looking for the 12th consecutive win dating back to last season. That's going to be the longest win streak in the country.
It is.
First time back in the polls since 14. That's when the Frogs started undefeated on the non-conference schedule. Ahmed Hamdi at the free throw line.
Hamdi's been solid at the free throw line this year, and he's now 12 for 14. Nice percentage for a big guy.
Transfer from Virginia Commonwealth. Frogs up by 8 now.
Frogs also leading the rebounding totals by 8, 11-3 at this point. Coach likes to try to get, Coach Dixon tries to get to plus 10 for the game. So Frogs off to a nice start there.
Burton Sampson out of Knoxville, played at the Webb School. Unloads it out front now to Dylan Windler. Will take it right to the rim, and a foul here on the Frogs.
Well, you can really see why Windler averages almost 16 a game. He's not settling for jump shots here. Anytime he sees a crack to drive to the basket, he's going up and he's going strong. The easy play right there was on the left side of the rim, but he's so long he was able to extend that over to the right side of the rim, use the rim to protect it, and still finish.
He's one of 4 Hoosiers on this roster. Indiana natives who make up this roster. They just play the game the way that Rick Bird likes.
We've got one pretty good one from Indiana as well.
Desmond Bain. Not on the floor right now. Here is penetration by J.D. Miller. Missed that one. Tapped around a couple of times. Out of bounds. They say it goes off of Miller. It'll be Belmont's basketball.
Coach Dixon will still like the aggressiveness of going to the basket for J.D. Miller, especially since he's already got a couple of baskets doing exactly that.
Frogs led by as many as 11 here early on. That leads down to 5 right now. Windler out front. Nick Hopkins first touch. Megan Casey, deep left-hand corner with Amde on. Skip pass is still. Can't do that on Kenrich Williams.
Yeah, Kenrich is too long. His anticipation's too good to get that one by him.
Fisher out front now. Jalen. He's a Tennessee native here, battling against Belmont. Miller back out front. Robinson. So Alex and Jalen on the floor together. Kick it in the corner now. Here's Kenrich Williams for the jumper. It's a 3.
That's a nice decision by Alex. I think he really wanted to go to Hamdi, but Kenrich's man slid down to stop him, and his man slid over to stop Hamdi. Kenrich was wide open in the corner. Not good pass, good shot.
And you know what? For Alex's standpoint, that's you hope all that builds the confidence that he's been looking for.
Absolutely.
Another steal here. That's Miller.
Coach Bird's not going to be happy about these skip passes now.
Fisher. Lost it.
That was a tough hole to squeeze through without basically cupping the ball like a football running back trying to go through the offensive line.
Knuckleball 3 doesn't go this time for Hopkins. So 1 and done for Belmont. Robinson for 3. Score it. And a foul. That might be what he needs right there.
There you go. That's one way to break out of the slump. Knock down a 3 and get foul. Get a 4-point play going here.
Lead squirts back up to 11, matching the largest of the game for the Frogs. Here's another look at it.
Nice screen here at the top of the key from Hamdi.
What a ton of
Sampson he was just late closing out to him.
Yeah.
You got to let the jump shooter give him a place to land.
Alex Robinson, free throw good. 7 of 9 for the free throw line this year. Much better. He was just in the 50s last year, was Robinson.
He'll be an important part of the Frogs' success this year, making free throws down the stretch in close games.
Windler out front. Hopkins back Windler again. Penetrates. No one there.
3 skip passes, 3 turnovers for Belmont. I still like Windler's aggressiveness trying to drive to the basket, even though he got directed towards the baseline instead of the hoop on that play. He's going to have more success than not there.
Frogs have forced 5 turnovers here early on by the Bruins. Miller, he wants it down low. You can tell he didn't want to trek out too far to catch the pass. Here's J.D. with the left hand.
Just too strong down there on the block. Did a really good job of keeping his pivot foot. I thought he was close to dragging it. Did a good job of staying on balance and then going up strong with the ball.
Sampson. Egukazi, corner left now, Windler. Nice wraparound look there for the big fellow who can't finish. Hard to the floor go Brodzianski and Alsberger. The Frogs come out of there with it.
A nice job by Alex Robinson to get his hand in there.
Here's Miller. Alsberger calling for a substitution here. Here's Bain.
Yeah, he came up grimacing a little bit on that play.
Robinson. Miller left alone. J.D. Brodzianski with a rebound. Vlad scores it.
That's a bad position for Adelsberger to be in. He probably found that when Vlad got the initial rebound, he was trying to box him out. You see him pushing him out there with his hip. Vlad just turns and goes straight to the hole because he can spin off of him and then ends up getting a and one continuation.
And I'm not so sure that Vladimir didn't sense that Adelsberger was a little rattled, a little tired, had called for a substitution, still didn't get it to here, and just decided, hey, I'm going to take this to him. Let's see what he's got.
No question.
Free throw line, Brodzianski.
That's being a veteran, and he's Vladimir Brodzianski's a preseason all-conference Big 12, so he's smart enough to recognize those situations. But now Adelsberger stayed out there.
Vladimir made him pay too. He's got 14 of the 31 of the Frogs, their largest lead of the game right now. Here at 16. Kevin McClain with it out front. Shot clock's down to 6, forces that one. He remains 0 from outside the arc. Here's Robinson. Alex doesn't have numbers.
You can already see Alex in his dribble, just how strong he is with the dribble.
Yep.
That he's more confident.
J.D. Slicing across the lane, missed that one with the left hand.
I think if he had that one to do over again, he would have tried to turn that left hand over and just jam that one home.
Yeah. McClain out front. Edgar Casey. Actually, that's Michael Burnkitt who's into the lineup for the first time. And Benkert, another Indiana native out of Greenwood, misses. Fisher to the rim. Reverse. Count it.
Terrific recognition from Fisher. Going to the basket on the right side, knowing he was going to get hit, but can get to the other side as all the players are flying by. Makes it a more difficult shot, but he knew he was going to be able to take the contact and finish.
19-point margin, largest lead of the game for the Frogs. Still 7:35 to go in the first half. There you see the huddle for the Belmont Bruins. In the middle of it is Rick Bird in his 32nd season. This is his 1,001 game as a head coach there.
That's a lot of games.
That's a lot of games.
And a lot of wins.
20-plus wins. He's made he's done 20-plus wins a ton. Made postseason 11 times in the last 12 years. There you see that record. 3-time OVC Coach of the Year. And don't worry, they haven't been in the OVC all that many years, so that's why it's only 3. Now, Jamie Dixon, of course, is just in his second year here at TCU. The record speaks for itself, though. 15th overall, the 4-time National Coach of the Year. He's got his team now with the longest winning streak in the country. Jalen Fisher to make it a 3-point play. He does.
That's 758 wins for Coach Bird. Is 5th on the all-time active list.
Wow. Pretty good. Frogs up by 20. This ball knocked away by TCU. It's going to stay after the penetration here by Windler. And I think Jamie Dixon's, he's not happy with him allowing Windler to get that deep.
No, the ball screen up top here, J.D. Miller needed to step out and hedge a little bit more and allow Desmond Bain to get back into the play.
Windler again. This time in the corner to Benkert. Now they'll get it. Tyler Haddon's in the lineup for the first time. He's a senior out of Cincinnati. Played at St. X with a left hand. Scores that one, does that.
Yeah, Coach Bird looking for any kind of offense at this point. 3-pointers haven't been going down. Only 1 for 9 from 3 thus far.
Haddon scores it to Cincinnati native. St. Xavier grad. The best academic school there in the city, I'm being told. Here's J.D. Miller. Lost that one out of hands. Off of Belmont, though, is going to stay with TCU.
But that now still TCU ball.
It's a nice pass from Jalen Fisher. One-handed pass, threads the needle. Probably a foul there. Belmont might have got away with that one there a little bit. J.D. Miller takes one across the left arm as he goes up.
(34-16). TCU leading it here over Belmont. Now Fisher. Look at this. How about
That's a really quick crossover. It's really difficult to defend. You can lean in one way, and the guy you're guarding crosses you over that quick. It's hard to stay in front of that.
back to the 20-point margin. Edgar Casey in and out. Unlucky there. One of the few offensive rebounds of the night there for Belmont.
Yeah, and you see they catch the rebound right underneath the basket. What's he do? He dribbles right out to the 3-point line instead of going up strong with it.
Edgar Casey again in the corner. Here's J.D. Miller with it. McClain penetrates. Slapped away, and the Frogs will get it. Flirting with 6 minutes to go here in this first half. Frogs up by 20 on Belmont. Sean Olden into the lineup for the first time. Brodzianski can't handle the pass. Again, we talk about that when you throw it into big men like that. They like it high.
Got to get it high. Those big guys don't like to bend over, touch their toes to pick up a pass from a guard.
Yeah. Penetration there. That time around, Kenrich Williams, Windler was able to get to the ring.
Windler's really strong on the dribble. It's impressive that, and he's left-handed, so he's coming in and he still finished that one right-handed. So he doesn't have to finish with the left hand every time.
Fisher penetrates again. Extra pass from Kenrich Williams, J.D. Miller. Why not? The other two big men have knocked down threes. Why not J.D. Miller?
It's a nice extra pass from Kenrich Williams. Nice drive from Jalen again. Kick to the corner. Kenrich, one extra pass. The Frogs have been doing that a lot this year. Did a really good job of sharing and doing the extra pass.
Miss there for Haddon, and back the other way come the Frogs. Yeah, Kenrich is the most unselfish player on the floor.
There's no question. There are times that you actually wish that he would be more selfish sometimes.
And he was a bit at in Florida, right? Offensively.
He was, especially in New Mexico, because he had to be. He had 23 and 17 against New Mexico, which were season highs for him. we've come accustomed to him hitting a double-double almost every night, though.
Yeah, in his career now, he added 2 more to it at that tournament. He's got 24 career double-doubles. Does Kenrich Williams. Alex Robinson going to get back in the line. Here's another look at this sequence here.
You see how hard on the... Okay, sorry, wrong replay there, but Kenrich Williams, a little reach in.
Kind of fight through that screen.
A little bit of opposition.
Yep. Kenrich will sit. Kawatnoy back in the lineup now. Jalen Fisher takes a break as well. Now in front is Hopkins. Kevin McClain with it out front. 13 on the shot clock.
Nice show from Handy there.
Spin move here with a left hand, left short this time by Mac Mercer. Here's Bain. Hamdi with a left hand block. Back the other way comes Belmont. Caleb Hollander brings it.
It's a nice pump fake from Hamdi, but if he doesn't bite on the pump fake and you're not going to get all the way to the rim, it's probably better just to reverse the ball there when you catch it at the high post.
Hopkins penetrates left alone. And Nick Hopkins out of Fayetteville, Tennessee.
Yeah, I think Alex Robinson got caught with his head looking the other way. Otherwise, he should have been over a step further to be able to shut down that drive.
Hopkins had 14 the other night against Lipscomb. Lead still at 19. Robinson left that one short. And over the back goes Hamdi. A little out of position. Yeah, I like the aggressive nature, but sometimes you just got to punt, right?
You got to punt.
Well, let that one go to Belmont. The Bruins will have it when we come back. Horned Frogs lead by 19, 39-20 here over the Bruins out of the OVC. They're in Fort Worth tonight. 39-20. It's a 19-point TCU lead right there. You might recognize those two. That's Jim and Marge Dixon, the mother and father of one Jamie Dixon, Coach Dixon's parents, and from California to watch this game here that I've been to early on. Interesting story, by the way. We were talking to Coach Dixon before the game about how he first met Rick Byrd, the head coach of Belmont. He said, I met Rick Byrd through Chris Cheddar, former golfer here at TCU. She was a terrific golfer, played on the LPGA Tour for a while. And they had met at a celebrity golf. Chris Cheddar and Rick Byrd had played in a pro-am together. And they had seen each other at a basketball tournament, put the two together. And that was the first time we met Rick Byrd. And then we were starting to talk about golf as there was a running one-hander for Dylan Windler. And I pointed out today, Angela Sanford and J.J. Henry are usually here every night for games. He said, oh, yeah, he said, my dad keeps track of the money list on the tours. And he reminds me all the time where J.J. Henry is on the money list. Lets me know if he's having a good year or not.
That's great.
I like that.
We like it when J.J. has a nice year on the money list.
Yes, we do. Here's Kawatnoy. Looking down for Hamdi and a foul here. Trying to draw the charge was Belmont. A little late sliding over. This time was Mac Mercer.
Nice baseline drive here from Kawat. At that point, if you know you're going to get fouled, I know you're trying to get the ball to Hamdi, but if you know you're going to get fouled in the drive, it's almost more beneficial to try to force going up to the basket and get to the foul line.
Kawatnoy, the free throw line now. 62% free throw shooter. This is out.
Quad's been a really nice addition to the team this year. He's been a spark plug off the bench this year so far in a couple of games when the Frogs really needed baskets.
Never has a bad day either. Loves being on the floor. J.D. Miller's going to check in now for Quad. J.D. here early on with 9 points, 5 rebounds. Kick it out. Big fella's going to shoot the three. That's Mac Mercer, the center.
They've got some really nice out-of-bounds plays, all drawn up to get shooters the ball on the three-point line coming out of the baseline out of bounds. That one no different.
It was Jalen Fisher. Now to Bronzianski. He'll fire the three again. Knocks down another one. Does Vladimir Bronzianski. That's his 4th of the night.
When you're feeling it, you got to keep feeding the big guy the ball on the three-point line.
17 points here for Vladimir Bronzianski here in this first half. Hogs up 42-25. Kick it in the corner. Trying to answer with a three off the mark there for Nick Hopkins. Fisher quickly in the forecourt.
On that break, Vlad ran straight to the three-point line instead of the block. He's having so much success down there.
Here's Miller down low. J.D. missed it. Kept it alive and slung this one out of bounds. Well, Fisher runs it down. Nope. Yeah, backward. I thought that was easily going to get out of bounds. Jalen Fisher hustled after.
I guess they assumed or counted JD as having possession there because otherwise it was a missed shot that went to the corner, right? They were hustling for the ball.
I guess he grabbed it, possession enough to throw it in the backcourt. Jamie Dixon didn't protest too much. You see Thomas Monagle and David Patrick behind him, members of his staff. Right-hand corner. A strong move that time from Mac Mercer. Vladimir Brodzianski whistled for the foul.
So Vladimir Brodzianski on that play got totally turned around trying to help the baseline cutter. I believe it was McClain.
Yep.
And by the time he turned all the way back around, Mercer was already driving to the basket.
Free throw off the mark here. We got a lane violation charged to Brodzianski. So Brodzianski whistled for his first personal foul, and then the lane violation here gives Mercer another chance at a three-point play.
He's got him all out of sorts, running to the three-point line down here, and now he's running the wrong spots on defense.
Lefty missed that one. Brodzianski with a rebound. Under 2 minutes left here in the half. J.D. Miller. You could hear Jamie Dixon in the background screaming for a pass. Wanted that one to come back from J.D. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Robinson down to 3. Ooh, tried the hammer tuck. Instead, it's Miller at the buzzer off the mark. Brodzianski with a rebound to keep it alive. Kick it right back to J.D. who couldn't handle it. That was an easy opportunity for the Frogs to pull that one back out, Colin, with 1:25 to go in the half.
Yeah, nice rebound, good kick out. Alex made a three-pointer right there not long ago. Sometimes when you get those scramble offensive rebounds and you kick out, those are the easiest shots to step right into and get a nice rhythm three. I understand him trying to thread the needle down there to JD, but that was a tough, it would have been a tough catch and score down there.
Windler with it. Backs up and fires it over Bain. That was off the mark. Tipped up by Mercer and Robinson with a rebound. Minute to go.
Nice job by Vlad keeping that ball alive.
Alex tried to dish to JD again. This time JD controls it. No reset out front. Fisher in traffic with a floater. Ooh, had a good look at it.
He lost the handle right before he went up. Couldn't quite regather before it got the shot off.
McClain baseline. 42-29. It's down to a 13-point game, and that'll draw the user to lose it. Timeout here for Jamie Dixon. Not happy as his team sees this lead. It was at 1.21. Whittled down to 13 now for the final 36.9.
So this might be that kind of that in-between zone. They might not quite have enough time to go 2 for 1. We talked about it before where in the NBA you always see teams try to get that shot off around 29, 28 seconds so the other team has to come back, take a shot, and then you'll get the last shot of the quarter. The Frogs could do that here if they maybe roll the ball off the floor with no front court pressure. Maybe step right into a 3 right away. Try to get the shot, but 7 seconds probably not quite enough time.
See what Jamie Dixon draws up. The Horned Frogs here up by 13 against Belmont. Season tickets are still on sale. Few of them left. Big 12 schedule just around the corner. You can go to gofrogs.com to find out more information. Yale in here on Saturday night. It's a 7 o'clock tip. That game's been changed. Big 12 championship game in football, 11:30 that morning at AT&T Stadium. So the Frogs going to hold here. Work a bit of the clock. Down to 25 seconds to play here in this first half. About a 6-second differential. Robinson, Fisher shoots it with 6 on the shot clock. Plenty of time now for Belmont, and I don't think that's what Jamie Dixon did.
Yeah, it was a tough shot going away off his shooting hand, too.
Hopkins down low. Egokazi gets it with a second to play. And those will be referred to as teaching moments at halftime.
Yeah, part of that is I think the coach he wants him to hold the ball to run the clock down. However, you want to run your offense, get down there and get a good shot.
Instead, Jalen Fisher takes the quick shot. Belmont made a pay on the other end. Frogs led by as many as 21. It's an 11-point lead at halftime right now. Ready for the start of the second half with the Horned Frogs up by 11 here. Belmont will have possession of this basketball to start the second. The Bruins, who finished that first half red hot. As Colin mentioned, that final 4 minutes of the first half, they were able to cut into this TCU lead.
You know, one thing that really stands out for me on the stat sheet here at the halftime is Desmond Bain has no points.
Yes, only one shot, right?
One shot, correct.
Yeah. Penetration here with the left hand again, and there's Dylan Windler.
Right to the rim again. He's really strong on the dribble.
He's in double digits. He's got 11. Frogs led by 21 with 5:21 to go in the half. Jalen Fisher misses, and there's your putback. Kenrich Williams scores.
Yeah, Kenrich Williams just has a knack for being in the right place at the right time, but he works hard to get in position to get those easy rebounds and putbacks.
Windler again with it. Kenrich Williams on him. This is Kevin McLean. He's a junior out of Jennings, Florida. Touch here for Austin Luke, who was fairly quiet in that first half as well. And a turnover. Brodzianski with a quick release up forward here to J.D. Miller for them.
Nice outlet pass. You'd like to see J.D. grab it and go in stronger. If that Belmont player wanted to go to contest that,
yeah,
he's either going to end up on a poster or put him on a free throw line.
Right.
You'd like to see J.D. get in there and get it as fast as he can to the rim. Nice finish, though.
Skip pass in the corner. Gazy gives it up now. Windler with the left hand misses that one in the rebound for Desmond Bain. Fisher now Miller. You know, you mentioned the fact that Desmond Bain hasn't scored yet. And the Frogs are up by 21 at the half, leading it here right now by 13. Turnover by Fisher. And they'll lay in for Kevin McLean. The thing about this TCU team, though, is everyone doesn't have to be clicking on all cylinders. They've got so many weapons. You'll find somebody.
Absolutely, and that's shown by Vladimir Brodzianski having such a good first half scoring the basketball. His teammates were looking for him all the time. Desmond didn't really look to score that much. He'll find a couple of spots here in the second half, get some good looks.
Fisher with it, screen Brodzianski. Jalen all the way to the rim with a left hand.
But you also can see right there, Austin Luke didn't help off of Desmond Bain on the drive by Jalen Fisher. Allowed Jalen to get all the way to the rim because he stayed at home with the shooter on the corner.
Yeah, that's the respect they have for Bain on the perimeter. Here's Luke with it out of Rowlett. Out front it comes now, Egukazi. 13 on the shot clock, Windler. Windler again found his way down low, but lost it this time.
Good hands by the Frogs in the post there. Windler again, though, gets by everybody and gets all the way to the rim.
Left alone, Brodzianski. That one ended in first miss from behind the arc.
And that one was 3/4 of the way down. Yep. Don't know how it didn't stay in.
Austin Luke with it. Egukazi. Back now, Luke. 15 on the shot clock. We played 3 minutes here in this second half. Skip it over. Egukazi misses, and J.D. Miller. Opposite side rebound.
Good lead pass to get Desmond Bain going.
There he goes.
Jalen Fisher spotted him streaking down the right side. A little sliver to get a pass to him for an easy layup.
And an early timeout taken here by Jamie Dixon. I think he wants to discuss things here on the defensive end a little bit more about Windler. 16:45 left in this one. Horned Frogs leading it here by 15 right now. 50-35 over Belmont.
Visit your local Texas Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas.
Frogs doubling up Belmont out of the locker room here to start the second half, outscoring them 8-4. Yet Jamie Dixon took the time out, and you had to believe there, Colin, but because of Dylan Windler, we'll get to that in a second. You look at the field goal percentage, though, coming into this ball game, the Horned Frogs at 52%, second best in the Big 12. Tonight here, TCU under that, though, at 48%. Some of that due to the pretty good defense from Belmont here tonight.
They've done well. Dylan Windler is getting to the rim too easy, though. The Frogs, that's exactly why Jamie Dixon called that timeout. He wanted to make sure that you close out to him on the three-point line. He's made 8 threes on the year, but he's shooting 38%, which is a decent number, but he's getting everything he wants at the rim tonight so far.
Out front, another turnover here for Belmont. As Austin Luke had turned away, and Egukazi trying to send it back his way. Frogs will have it.
That's not exactly what you want coming out of a timeout for Coach Bird.
Rick Bird, the head coach at Belmont in his 32nd year. 16 conference championships in that time. Out front with it, Fisher. Nice feet.
Great cut by Kendrick Williams. Kendrick Williams just put his right foot in the ground and cut hard. Jalen saw him streaking. He can elevate so high, he can just easily drop it in the hoop there when he gets past his defender.
Belmont, who beat Vanderbilt earlier in the year on a last-second jumper. They work it inside here to Adelsberger.
See, when Vlad Brodzianski comes out and hedges the ball screen that high, he's got to have help on that roll to the basket. And his teammates, nobody stepped over to stop the post inside to Adelsberger.
Here's Williams now. Brodzianski over. It'll go to Alex Robinson. Back out on the floor. Alex with Fisher. We got 2 point guards on the floor together. Brodzianski, another three. Fifth one of the night.
Yeah, Jalen Fisher's doing a really good job of finding Vlad open on the line. He had another wide open look earlier in the half. Only his fifth make on the night.
20 points now for Vladimir Brodzianski.
Good recognition to switch back on Adelsberger, who set the high ball screen. Vlad just stayed in the post and let him roll right to him. Good opportunity to switch back for the Frogs there.
They go Casey for three. Stepped into that one.
And if he doesn't take that three, Adelsberger's going flashing right down the lane. Alex Robinson has got to slide over and at least deter him from making that pass. Luckily, he shot up, well, not lucky because he made the basket, but he went up and shot it wide open from three.
Preseason All-OVC performer, Amanze Egokese. He's at a Lake in the Hills, Illinois, playing at Huntley High School.
Good extra pass there from Alex Robinson.
Illinois unable to knock it down. Back the other way now come the Bruins. Egokese again. That's back-to-back threes here.
Yeah, we talked about it at halftime that got to find the shooters on the three-point line. They only made 2 in the first half. They averaged 11, so the law of averages, they're going to probably try to make a few here in the second half to get back in this game.
Nice screen there from Brodzianski. Flirting with a 14-minute mark as the Frogs are up by 12 here. Fisher takes a baseline. Jalen tried to find Noy. Worked his way too deep, and it's out of bounds off of Belmont. That'll bring us to a timeout on the floor. Down to 13:59 to go. Austin Luke, the Rowlett native, playing in front of the home folk here at Fort Worth tonight. Sees his team down by 12 to TCU. 55-43 right now. 43 right now. TCU was up by 11 at halftime. The Bruins out of the OVC. The Frogs, of course, out of the Big 12, just one of 4 teams in the country with a team in the top 25 in the football poll and the top 25 of the basketball poll as well. And if Alabama would have taken care of business, you'd have had all 4 teams as well playing in their conference football championship games. Alabama lost to Auburn. Yeah, so, but TCU had a 23 in the poll for the first time since 2014. Vladimir Brodzianski has been hot here early on, already 20 points, Colin.
Yeah, he's been terrific. 5 or 6 from the three-point line, 7 or 9 overall, 20 points, 5 rebounds. Frogs going to need him to keep producing throughout the rest of the game. They want to hang on to win here.
Robinson, Quatnoa, nice job. Had to do that with the shot clock winding down, just like Jamie Dixon had drawn it up.
Yeah, nice drawn up play for the Frogs, and probably unexpected because Quat doesn't usually catch the ball in the post like that, but he was able to catch it, rip it through, and get it up on the glass for an easy bucket.
Hopkins at the wing. Now Windler again penetrating. That dish comes right back to him. Deep 3 here. That one goes for Austin Luke.
Yeah, unfortunate for the Frogs, that pass got deflected right back to him. Kicked it out to a wide open, really good shooter. Austin Luke made 8 threes in one of their games earlier this year against Seattle.
Great player, even better student, been a member of the OVC Commissioner's Honor Roll for 3 years. There's a jumper for Desmond Bain. It's a 2-pointer. He's got 4 in the hand.
Desmond forgot to cut his toenails, so he had just a little bit over the three-point line there. Only gets 2 for it.
Luke with it out front. Ahmed Hamdi into the TCU lineup. He's roaming the baseline defensively. Egokese catches and fires off the mark, and there's Hamdi with another rebound.
Yeah, Egokese was trying to get that heat check going just like Vlad did earlier. Shooting the ball well.
Penetration here by Robinson, a little too deep. Lost it, and Kenrich somehow bails him out. Finds Noy cutting, and he's fouled and will go to the line.
Nice job by Kenrich Williams to find a cutting Noy, and Quat Noy now has hops for real. This guy can really get up. If he gets a running start like that,
TCU with 2 shots.
Two Belmont players there to try to stop him, and that was the only thing that was going to stop him.
Free throw good. Born in Sudan. Made his way to Australia.
He had a dunk in the St. Bonaventure game on a breakaway. It looked like he was about to kiss the rim before he threw it through.
Knocked to that first free throw attempt. Misses the second. Austin Luke with it out front. Off it'll go now to Dylan Windler. Edgar Casey catches in the corner. Stripped away by Noy. There's Desmond Bain to come up with it.
Nice job from Quad to hold his ground, cause a turnover.
Here's Bain. Corner now to Quat Noy. Got it. Three-pointer for Quat.
You knew he was going to make that. He was clapping for the ball on the three-point line on the right wing as they brought the ball across half court. Didn't get it, but it circled all the way back around, and he found it in the corner, knocked it down.
There's Austin Luke. Skip it off. Deep three here from Hopkins. He scores.
Yeah, it was a nice contest from Desmond Bain, and an even better closeout from Ahmed Hamdi to the corner to make Agakazi give it up.
Leads at 14 now. Under 12 minutes to go. Kenrich baseline left. Backs it in with a jump hook.
Yeah, nice patience by Kenrich. Let everything develop. Be able to back it in, get into a good motion to get a nice little right-hand baby hook up there.
Hard to defend that.
He's been quiet tonight.
Yes.
For him, 9.6 rebounds.
After two really good games in that tournament, here's Windler stepping back for three. Missed that one. Noy's going to commit the foul here. That's a good call for the former NBA official, Joe DeRosa, made the call.
It's probably not a bad play from Quad either because he was going to get the rebound and lay it in.
11:15 to go. Leads at 16 right now for TCU. Looking for their 12th in a row. Gotta like that. Some support for the TCU student trainers here at the TCU basketball game tonight. Up by 16 over the Belmont Bruins out of the Ohio Valley Conference. Storied program there under Rick Bird, founded back in 8. This is a terrific institution, by the way, academically, folks. 8,000 students or so. They are the city of Nashville. Frogs have faced OVC teams 7 other times. By the way, our producer, Colin Boddicker, Mike Martin, who's an accomplished guitarist, tells me that two of the great majors there at Belmont University, they have a major in commercial music and also a major in church music. If you want to be in one of those two industries, fitting to be in Nashville, but you're going to learn to be a producer or a record promoter or things like that, you go to Belmont.
I can't think of a better city to be in for that, right?
Yeah, perfect for it. Great academic institution. Free throw line with it. They give it up. Get it right back now to Windler. Shoots that one over Quatnoy. Did he draw the charge? Or they can call a block. He was inside that circle.
I think he was inside the circle. He was a little bit late trying to decide if he was going to step up and try to block it or step up and try to take the charge. He's laughing about it right now, and the officials telling him, you know, you got to get there and got to get outside the paint. You can see his feet are just, the heels are just on the edge of that circle. He's laughing about it. He knows he wasn't there.
Windler at the free throw line. 72% free throw shooter, makes that first one. Leads at 15.
Well, that's one stat that I think Coach Jamie Dixon would really like to see improve on the Frogs as the season goes along, is charges taken.
He's been talking about that. He's been preaching that. We got to take more charges, and that counts in his deflections category. You know, I know that sounds odd, but he has this number in his mind of 40 deflections, but it can be, you know, balls knocked out of bounds. It can be charges taken. It can be, you know, things of that nature.
Well, it's like a steal also, because you get it's a turnover. You get it back.
Noy breaks the pressure with Alex Robinson across.
And tonight's a good example of Dylan Windler just relentlessly attacking the basket. There's a lot of opportunities to take him tonight.
Noy, now right-hand side, Desmond Bain. Here's Fisher. Noy, Robinson. Rodzianski backs it in. Jump hook. Miss that.
He doesn't miss that very often. He was very patient with the ball. The guard was getting ready to dig him out, and he just didn't want to put it on the ground, so it pestered him enough to kind of throw him off a little bit.
Hopkins high off the glass. All of a sudden, it's a 12-point game. And a timeout taken by Jamie Dixon again. Another timeout here for the Horned Frogs. Lead at 12, 65-53. The Frogs just simply haven't been able to stop the penetration. They spent so much time coming into this game worried about their perimeter defense and the threes that the Bruins were going to take. It's been this penetration that's killed them.
I think that's right, and they've got 6 made threes, so they're just over halfway to their season average. But when you close out that hard on the three-point shooters, sometimes you give up drives. You just need the guys on the backside be able to step up, stop the dribble drive, make them kick it back out, and then you can close out and scramble from there. But you definitely need guys to step up and start taking charges.
Yeah, this game is tied at 32 as far as points in the paint are concerned. That should be a number that TCU dominates in this one.
It should, but the one thing that the Frogs are dominating is second chance points. It's 11-zip right now, so they're really doing a nice job on the offensive boards.
Away from the ball. Here's a foul on Dylan Windler.
That'll be his third personal foul.
Third on Windler. Keep your eye on that.
Yeah, if he picks up another one here, that'd be a tough loss for them to have to sit him down for a few minutes.
Inbounds come. Kenrich Williams scores.
I'm a big fan of teams that try to score on the out-of-bounds plays and run set plays and don't just get the ball in bounds. That's a great example of Frogs executing and getting a nice, easy layup out of it.
And that was a huge emphasis as well in the offseason for Jamie Dixon's team. This league is so good at that. You know, Kansas over the years has been terrific on the inbound. Lon Kruger at Oklahoma with some great inbounds plays. And I think that's what Jamie Dixon worked on this summer. Hey, we got to elevate our game and to be comparable to them.
Well, especially if the team's playing man-to-man out of bounds, you can always get a screen, the screener, somebody open.
Joe DeRosa calls a foul here on Desmond Bain, who had scored it off the glass. Jamie Dixon can't believe it.
Desmond putting the ball on the ground going left here. And he's got it out. He doesn't push off with it, but he's got it extended already.
Did he hook him with that right hand a little bit? Did he flip back?
He might have. See, right there, high screen, J.D. Miller's trying to fight over it, but Vlad's got to step over and stop that cutter on the backside. Somebody else will step up and help him on his guy.
Single digits, the lead now, 67-58. Kenrich, J.D. Miller. Here's Jalen Fisher. Kicks to Miller. J.D. floater at the buzzer, missed it. Tip follow, no good. Third time's a charm and a foul.
Nice job staying after, but he came down hard on one of the Belmont players' feet. Might have rolled his ankle a little bit. Initially, I thought he should have taken that shot from the corner. This ankle sprain came on the second attempt, not the first one when he came back down. He looks like he's going to try to tough it out here, though.
Foul is on Nick Hopkins. Free throw off the mark here for J.D. Miller.
Nice game for J.D. tonight so far. 13 points already.
Leads 11, 69-58.
Frogs with a little bit different look here, trying to slow down Belmont on the offensive side, make them start their offense a little bit later in the shot clock.
Out front with it is Hopkins. Egukazi for three again. That one's no good. Good position for Kenrich Williams to get that rebound.
Yeah, that was two double-double machines going after that rebound together. Kenrich came out on top because he had good position on side.
Here's Fisher penetrating off the glass. Tip follow for Hamdi goes.
Nice job for Hamdi. Hamdi's man, Adelsberger, had to step over and try to stop the penetration. Hamdi's right there on the front of the rim to tap it in. Easy play for him.
Out of the front now. Against this zone, Frogs. You're going to see Hopkins fire one and miss. And it's going to stay here. And they're going to get Hamdi with the foul. Now, that's the one thing in a zone sometimes, Colin. It's hard to get your body on somebody to block out, right? You're not in the man-to-man. Let's see what happens here.
The shot goes up. Hamdi's in bad position, so he had to swim move him to try to get back in front. And it's probably a good call because the ball came off right to J.D. Miller where Adelsberger probably would have had a chance at it.
Out front with it now is Austin Luke. Threw it right into the hands of Kenrich Williams.
Yeah, Kenrich just kind of sits back to that big wingspan waiting for those passes to come to him.
He baited him. Here's Hamdi. Downloaded Miller. Strong move and a foul. And you know, J.D. didn't explode there. I wonder if that ankle's bothering him a little bit.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot higher up over the rim other plays this year so far. Probably right.
Leads at 13 right now, 71-58, 23rd ranked Horned Frogs leading it here. Well, the Belmont Bruins with under 8 to play here in Fort Worth. 71-58, TCU leading it here on Belmont. Fans are into this one, in the holiday spirit also. Like that. Think about it, the double-double is such a number we've gotten so accustomed to when it comes to Kenrich Williams. He's averaging 12 points, 13 points really, 10 boards a game. This is a game where you have 2 of the 29 players in the country who average a double-double. Dylan Windler, that man for Belmont with 13 points here tonight, just 3 rebounds. Kenrich Williams has 11 points and 7 boards for the Horned Frogs.
Yeah, and in the next month or so, as teams get into conference play, a lot of those 29 are going to fall off the double-double list.
Yeah.
But both of these players, both were average double-doubles last year as well.
Horned Frogs picked 3rd in the Big 12. Belmont, by the way, picked to win the OVC. Free throw short here.
Big shocker there.
Yeah, for J.D. Miller, Belmont has dominated that league over the years. This is the second OVC opponent the Frogs have played this year. One earlier in the season against Tennessee Tech. 163.
Tennessee Tech's off to a nice start since losing to the Frogs. They're 6-1 on the season.
Yeah, well, we talked about that. We thought they were a talented bunch.
They were. They just had a pretty tough night against the Frogs when they were in Fort Worth.
Just going to take them a while to kind of come together. Jumper here from the left-hand side goes for Kevin McLean.
Don't want to let him get going. He's a deadly three-point shooter for the Bruins.
11-point game now. 72-61. Robinson almost traveled. Hamdi with the right hand. Nice job here.
Nice job. When he gets his feet set and get ready to spin on that little baby hook, it's really tough to defend when you catch it that low. Most of the work on that type of play is done early when you set up position on the block.
Austin Luke up front. Sends it off in the corner. Egukese. He knew where Egukese was going to be before he got there. Here's another three-pointer. Same spot, same result for Kevin McLean, who couldn't make one in the first half. McLean, though, has knocked down a couple here in the second. Actually, 3 of them from behind the arc.
And he's made 12 on the year coming into tonight's game. He's a capable three-point shooter. We talked about three-point shots what's going to get them back in this game. And it has. It's a 10-point game now.
Yeah, 13 points for Kevin McLean. 6:40 to play. Here's Robinson. Alex in traffic. Lost it. Out of bounds. Off of Robinson. It'll be Belmont's basketball.
So the Frogs had a lot of trouble in Florida. They couldn't get over the hump against St. Bonaventure. When every time the lead got to 8, they'd make a run down to 4 or 2. Get it back to 8, couldn't come back down. Frogs having a little bit of trouble pulling away from Belmont right now as well.
They'll learn to put teams away, right?
That's right. Frogs shooting okay in the second half. They're almost 70% from the floor in the second half.
That 3 does not go.
But the problem is so is Belmont.
Yes. Williams, J.D. Miller thought about it. Wisely pulled it down. Out front Bain. 6:05 left. Robinson, who turned it over the last possession. Working on Luke. Baseline. Worked his way in, missed it, fought for his own rebound, had it, lost it, out of bounds, off of Robinson again.
Tough sequence there for Alex. He makes it all. He didn't quite get all the replay here, but as he drove baseline, he got open and clear to get it to the rim. He just didn't get it over the front of the rim. He had a shot, just didn't get it over the front.
Desmond Bain checks out. Jalen Fisher returns. 5:57 to go. The lead is 10 right now. Benkert is back into the lineup now. He gives it up front here to Luke. Austin Luke. With 10 on the shot clock. Skips it out front. Corner to Hopkins for another 3. That one doesn't go. Kenrich Williams claims it.
It's a really nice job by Alex Robinson making him make a decision on the first pass before it went to the corner, whether he was going to shoot it, and it took that extra split second to get to the corner because he kind of played it in between.
Yep.
It allowed J.D. Miller to get out there and close out on him.
Here's a look at that, what you're talking about. Here's Robinson. Well, the foul, I should say. This is Hopkins, the guilty party.
Nice drive. Maybe Alex can get going here, make a couple free throws.
Misses that one. 1 of 2 tonight from the line is Alex Robinson. makes that one to make it an 11-point lead again.
There you go. Alex can affect the game in other ways as well. He doesn't have to score. He can get an assist here or there or a steal. He's already got 4 assists tonight. Frogs can use a couple more from him here.
5:10 left. Luke dishes, corner to Egukazi, left alone. Kenrich again. Saves it to Fisher.
Great hustle by Kenrich getting to that ball.
Bad decision by Jalen Fisher, stolen away here by Austin Luke. Left alone for 3. Benkert can't knock it down. This rebound claimed by Jalen Fisher again.
That was a really nice play by Austin Luke to get him the ball out there for a wide open 3 on the drive and a kick out. Great pass.
Frogs content to take a little air out of it now. Here's Miller. 13 on the clock. Here's Miller strong to the rim with the left hand and got the roll.
Great strong move. They've been dribble driving or dribble handing off that pass all day long. JD kind of did a little quick fake and then just one hard dribble to the basket, got to the rim.
Frogs got that field goal percentage up over 50 now. Luke with it out front. 10 on the shot clock. Extra pass. Benkert again for 3. And again he misses.
Frogs getting lucky there. A couple of wide open looks for him.
He's 2 of 17 on the year. Kenrich knocked out of bounds here. He's going to stay with TCU when we come back. Down to 3:50 to go in this one. Frogs holding steady. 13-point margin here for the Belmont Bruins. Back we come after this time. 13-point lead. Horned Frogs trying to hang on here. Down to 3:50 left in this one. 4-9 conference battle for the Belmont Bruins out of the OVC. Back out again on Saturday night. You can see the schedule gets tougher and tougher as they've got Yale on Saturday night. This SMU. And William and Mary to wrap up the non-conference before Big 12 play starts with the Oklahoma Sooners. By the way, that game against Nevada is in Los Angeles at the Staples Center.
It's at 10 p.m. local start, so it'll be a midnight start for Frog fans back in Fort Worth.
Yeah, stay up for that one. Part of a triple header that day at the Staples Center. 3:47 to go. 13-point margin. Here is Fisher. Entry comes now to Bronzianski. Back out now. Jalen for 3. Oh, had a good look at it.
Good look at it. Had his feet set. Just didn't go down for him.
Did he think about it a little too much?
No, I think he stuttered his foot a little bit. He didn't realize he was going to be that open, I think.
Quick release on this 3-point attempt that doesn't go this time for Caleb Hollander.
But he'll make that more than he misses.
Yeah. Frogs back the other way now. Belmont and the man-to-man. They've been in this virtually all night. Here's Fisher. Another bad decision by Jalen. Another deflected pass and a turnover here for TCU. Hopkins for 3. He's been their offense here in the second half.
That knuckleball goes in. I never understood how some guys can get that rotation on the ball.
He's in double digits to join Windler and Egukazi for Belmont. Hopkins knocked down a couple of threes. Here's a deep 3 for Jalen Fisher that doesn't go. 10-point ball game. Back the other way comes Belmont. Austin Luke with it.
Frogs kind of lucky. Hollander hit the deck there. He might have gone all the way in and got down to 4 for a layup.
Still here, Bronzianski with it now. 2:20 left.
Frogs want to keep running their offense here. Look for a good shot. Don't need to force anything, though.
Quadnoy, now Kenrich, screen from Bronzianski. Kenrich out now to Quad. He's hit 1 3. Can he hit another? That one doesn't go. And again, there's the unselfish play, though, of Kenrich Williams, who gave that ball up to Noy. Another 3. Williams with a rebound. But a foul
They
here.
got Desmond Bain trying to get position on the inside. He was caught on the outside when that shot went up. You'll see the shot go up right here, and Desmond's caught on the outside, and he has to push him out. Otherwise, the other guy's going to have a good chance to get the rebound. Now, if he knew that Kenrich had a full head of steam and was going to be able to jump as high as Kenrich jumps to go get that rebound, he wouldn't have had to do that.
Egukazi on the inbounds, catch and shoot three. It's a 7-point game. 1:52 to go.
And watching their game on Monday night against Lipscomb, they ran out-of-bound plays with purpose and usually ended with a wide-open look on the three-point line.
And a 1:40 left. Robinson with it. Each team with a couple of timeouts left. Here's Robinson. Screen for Brodzianski. Alex keeps. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Down to 5. Alex. Nice dish to Brodzianski for the finish.
Probably could have got a foul there on Windler as he swatted at Brodzianski and hit him on the arm. But a nice job by Alex Robinson drawing the defense, and Vlad just following him right behind him down the middle of the lane. Had his hands up, ready to catch the ball. Skies up and jams it home.
Yeah, you're not going to stop that when he takes it with two hands. So I like the fact that he secured it with those two hands, guys.
Absolutely. See, he's already got his hands ready to catch it. You had him ready to go. Alex didn't throw it at his feet. He threw it up high to him. All he has to do is catch it and go strong with it.
9-point lead now for TCU with 1:20 to go in this one. But don't count out the Belmont Bruins the way they can shoot the three-pointer.
Yeah,
team.
Yeah, they've already made 9 threes in the second half alone. They got to their average of 11. We knew that there was going to be a flurry of them. Frogs done a nice job withstanding that and having good offense themselves, shooting were they 59% here in the second half to keep pace.
Jamie Dixon took the timeout. He'll apply some pressure to backcourt, try to slow down these Bruins. Austin Luke will work it up down to 1:15 to go. Robinson's on it. Here's Luke, left-hand side, they get it now. Kevin McClain, here's Hopkins again for three. That one doesn't go. They got the look they wanted. Robinson claims a rebound, though, and the Frogs can use some time.
Really good look. Double screen at the high post. Frogs have got to communicate, and somebody's got to step out and knock that guy off the three-point line.
Robinson. Here comes the trap. Windler has got a foul to give. Robinson breaks through it, gives it off to Bang. 10. Extra pass, Robinson. 3 from the right side, off the mark. Kendricks tried to keep it alive, tapped around. They're going to get a foul here on the Frogs.
That's only Frogs' 6th team foul, so they had one to give there, so that's an okay foul. Belmont still have to take it the length of the floor here. This just shows you how Kendricks Williams just never gives up on a play.
No.
He was nowhere near that ball when it came off the rim. He still almost got a hand on it.
You know, he's a little bit like, if you heard Charles Barkley talk about rebounds before, Barkley was only about 6'4", but he was a double-digit rebounder, and he said the reason I could rebound is because I wanted to. Well, you know, there's a nice look, and they don't convert, but get a foul here on Kendricks Williams, and that'll put Kevin McClain at the free throw line. What Charles Barkley said was, I felt like every rebound was supposed to be mine, and I was offended if I didn't get it.
It's all about effort. Dennis Rodman was like that as well.
Yeah, some of it is body control and body positioning, but a lot of it is just flat out want to, right?
Absolutely, and not giving up on plays. If you don't give up on the offensive end every time, sometimes they'll just fall in your lap because you're going for effort.
Right. Free throw makes it an 8-point game, 79-71. You know, they listed Charles Barkley at 6'6", but he was never 6'6".
I've stood next to Charles Barkley before.
He's about 6'4.5".
Maybe.
And those who think he's 6'6" are just wrong.
That's right.
Yeah.
But you know what he is, though?
What?
A big, wide body.
Yes,
he's hard to get around. If he's got position on you, you're not getting around him.
And now he's got a statue at Auburn. 79-72 right now. It's a 7-point TCU lead. Frogs looking for their 12th win in a row, dating back to last year. Ranked number 23. They'll be back in action on Saturday night against Yale. Before that, though, it's the Big 12 championship game. TCU in football action. Set to take on the Oklahoma Sooners. The rematch at 11:30. Pre-game festivities at AT&T Stadium. Crank it up earlier than that. Purchase your tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
Hopefully we'll have a lively crowd here for the game on Saturday night after that game.
And I tell you what was great. Yeah, that's true. And I tell you what was great. The other night they had a fast break event here Monday night for those who are close to the TCU basketball program. And at 7 o'clock, as we drove in to go to that event, students were lined up out front of Schollmeyer Arena to pick up their tickets. There must have been 3,000 students in line.
No, there's only 10,000 students, so I hope they didn't have any classes that night.
I guess it wasn't a lab night, huh? But they were there to pick up their championship game tickets. That's going to be fun on Saturday, a little doubleheader. football and basketball action. There you go. That's Austin Luke's nephew watching on. His Belmont Bruins trailing TCU by 7. Frogs with the basketball. The lead out pass comes to Robinson into the forecourt, and he's fouled. Shot clock is off. 27 seconds to go. And Alex Robinson just told Jamie Dixon, I knew what I was doing, Coach. I wanted him to foul me there.
Belmont had a foul to give there, so no harm, no foul. And Frogs will not be shooting free throws yet. Everybody's lining up like we're going to, though.
Just the 6th team foul charge to the Bruins. Let's see if Jamie Dixon takes a timeout. Maybe he will on the score. Kenrich Williams to inbounds. Does so to Desmond Bain. And he's fouled here immediately by Kevin McLean. Now they're in the 1-on-1.
Desmond Bain only 6 for 11 from the free throw line this year thus far.
Desmond Bain will go to the line and be shooting 1-on-1 for TCU.
Knocks in that one. 80-72.
He's got such a good stroke, and he's been shooting the ball so well this year, shooting 72% from the floor, 63% from 3.
Made them both. Big free throws there from Desmond Bain. Jalen Fisher going to come in for Alex Robinson.
Frog showing some token pressure. This is just to slow down the Belmont attack. Don't want to get the pass go over the top. That was the last thing Coach Dixon wanted right there.
Windler goes coast to coast, and a quick timeout taken here by Rick Bird.
So this will be a teaching moment for Coach Dixon, too. So Kwat Noy went up to totally deny Windler, but he doesn't need to deny him. Right. He just needs to slow him down coming up the floor to run some clock. He was playing in front, denying him instead of being behind him, letting him catch the ball, and then just basically zigzag dribbling him down the floor.
Yeah.
Instead, he gets him. And if JD tries to contest that, he's going to get an and one. He's going to foul him. So he's probably smart just to let him make the layup. But Kwat Noy has got to play behind the player there.
I want to go back to that replay if we can. 81-74. I want you to tell me again what I'm looking at, because Kwat Noy looks like he's just running side by side with him.
Well, he's running side by side. He's trying to get back in the play. Before the ball was inbounded, Kwat was playing in front, trying to deny the pass instead of playing behind him. He just needs to let Windler catch the ball in the corner and then just play defense and slow him down coming up the floor. Instead of letting it went over his head, and he just ran down the floor at 100 miles an hour. 81-74 foul here in the backcourt. Desmond Bain will be back at the free throw line. They'll get Windler back into the lineup now. Foul there is on Austin Luke. Windler's got the 4 personal fouls, so they have to take him out. I think that's just a function of when the Frogs went full court man-to-man. Typically when you do that, it's deny the guy, because you're trying to, like, if you're down 3 points, you're going to deny him and not let him catch the ball. But if you're up 7 points, you don't have to do that. You can play behind him to try to burn some clock.
Bain makes another free throw. Puts the lead at 9 now, 83-74. Windler, coast to coast, scores it. 83-76, down to 13 seconds to play, and another foul in the backcourt. Desmond Bain back to the free throw line. Hopkins commits.
We talked at halftime that Desmond Bain had only taken 1 shot in the first half, and he missed it. In the second half, he's 2 for 2, and he's going to the free throw line. If he makes these 2, he'll get to double figures with 10 on only 3 attempts for the game.
Knocks in the first. (84-76). Bain spent the summer with the Team USA, the U19 team training camp.
He came back lean, stronger.
Yes.
Had a nice summer.
85-76 on a steal by Kenrich Williams. It should do it. Forecourt it comes. Bain to the rim. He's in double digits. Lead at 11 with 4 seconds left. At the buzzer, the three-pointer off the mark here from McLean, and the Horned Frogs are going to win their 12th in a row as you date it back to last year's 7th in a row to start the season. TCU 7-0 to open up the year. The 23rd ranked Horned Frogs. The Belmont Bruins dropped to 4-4 back in action on Saturday night against the Yale Bulldogs. Your takeaway from this one, though, this was a tough challenge here tonight for this Belmont team.
It was, and you had to withstand a lot of three-pointers from them in the second half, so you really had to keep pace scoring-wise. But coaches will make defensive adjustments throughout the season. They'll learn to start running these guys off the 3-point line, especially when you got a shot blocker like Vlad Brodzianski patrolling the paint for you.
Yeah, it was little X's and O's going on early in this ball game as the Frogs thought they were going to get killed on the perimeter, but instead it was the Horned Frogs who were making it happen on the outside. Then Jalen Fisher got in the act, penetrating here to the rim, but Brodzianski leads the way for the Frogs with 22 points here tonight as TCU celebrates with another win. 4 players in double digits. This one goes down as an 11-point victory over the Belmont Bruins. They're 7-0 to start the year.